Hello everyone. Today we're going to be looking at how to crochet the daisy stitch. I found this little stitch in a vintage crochet book of mine, and I also really like the reverse of this stitch too. As you can see, it is quite pretty. The stitch itself is worked in multiples of 8 plus 2, and it has a 4-row repeat. So row 1 doesn't actually count. Row 1, which is a row of shells, just counts as your setup row. It's rows 2, 3, 4 and 5 that form the pattern repeat. Now I've worked another sample here using the same yarn, exact same weight yarn, but I've used just 26 chains to start. I also used a hook size smaller for row 1 and then moved up a hook size for the remainder of the pattern. What this does, it gives you a neater start to your project. On this sample here, I did use the same 4mm hook size throughout. It gave a little bit more of a dense feel to the fabric, but it also, I found it worked out that the base was a little bit too wide for my liking, but do whatever suits you. You don't have to use a DK weight yarn. You can use any yarn you prefer. I'll just today show you how to work this lovely little stitch. So go ahead, chain 26, and we'll start with row 1. For row 1, skip your first chain and single crochet in the second chain from your hook. Then yarn over and skip 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. Insert your hook in the next chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 to complete your first double crochet. So in each of these shell chains, we're going to be working a total of 3 double crochets, 1 treble and 3 double crochets. So there's our second double crochet completed, our third, and now we'll work a treble, yarn over twice, insert your hook in the same chain, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Next, work another 3 double crochets into the same chain to complete the other half of the shell. 1, 2 and 3. So before and after each shell you will need to skip 3 chains. So skip 1, 2, 3 and single crochet in your next chain. Yarn over, once again skip 3, 1, 2, 3 and work another shell in the next chain. So you'll need 3 double crochets in this chain. 1, 2, 3, a treble, start by yarning over twice, and then work another 3 double crochets all into that very same chain. 1, 2 and 3. Once again we're going to skip 3 chains. It can be difficult just at this stage to miss this first chain here, so just take care. 1, 2, 3, and in the next chain you work another single crochet, then yarn over and skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and now go ahead, insert your hook in the next chain and work another shell. So you'll need 3 double crochets, that's 1, 2 and 3, and a treble, and another 3 double crochets, all in the same chain. 1, 2, and 3. And once again, you're going to skip 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and you should end up at your very last chain where you can pop a single crochet. So that completes your setup row 1. Have a little look, there are shells. For row 2, we change to a larger hook size, 1 size larger. So I was using a 4.5 before, and now we're going to use a 5.5. To start, chain 3, and then turn your work. We're now going to work 3 incomplete double crochets in the next 3 stitches. So what we're going to do really is work 3 double crochets together. So yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through 2, leaving the 2 remaining loops on your hook. Next, yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. You'll have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops, yarn over, pull through to close. Now it would be a good idea just here to pop a stitch marker so you know that this is your very first little stitch just here. So I've just found a stitch marker. I'll just pop it at the top of the chain 3. I'll take the hook out and do this properly. So let's have a look. We've got our 1, 2, chain 3 here. So the chain 3 is going to be our first stitch, or the last stitch we work into on the next row. Okay, so we've done our little cluster, 3 double crochets together, chain 2, and then work a single crochet into the very next stitch. That will be your treble. Work 2 chains, and now we're going to work a 7 double crochet cluster, or 7 double crochets together, working 3 down here, 1 in the base, and 3 stitches up the side. Yarn over, insert your hook just as before, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and do this a total of 7 times. 3 times down each side, once in the base of the dip, and then another 3 times up the other side until you have a total of 8 loops on your hook. Two, 4, 6, 8. Then yarn over and pull through all 8 loops. Yarn over to close. Then chain 2, 1, 2, and work a single crochet into the next stitch, which happens to be a treble crochet on the row below. So we have a look. This is how it's looking. So we'll repeat again, chain 2 and work a 7 double crochet cluster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then we're in the base of the dip, and then we work another 3 incomplete double crochets up the next side of the dip. And once we have done that, we have 8 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all 8 loops and yarn over, pull through to close. Then chain 2, 1, 2, find your next stitch, which is your treble, and do a single crochet. Chain 2 and work 3 double crochets together over the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through. Don't close this time. Yarn over twice and into this next stitch at the base here. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and work a treble. And that completes row 2. Now that's the first row of the row repeat. For row 3, we begin by chaining 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Turn your work, and this time we're going to work a total of 3 double crochets into this little space just here at the base of your chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to find our next single crochet and work a single crochet in there. And then we're going to work 3 double crochets into the center of the next cluster. 1, 2, 3, and work 1 treble, and another 3 double crochets, all into the center of that cluster. 1, 2, 3. And then find your next single crochet and single crochet in there. In the next cluster, in the center of the next cluster, work another shell. So work 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and a treble, and 3 double crochets. skip over the rest of these stitches just here, find your next single crochet and single crochet in there. Then find the closing stitch of your other single crochet just here, sorry, your cluster. So you skip over 2 chains in that next little space there, work a total of 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and then work a treble in your 3rd turning chain just here. 1, 2, 3, and that completes row 3, which is actually the 2nd row of our pattern repeat. If you remember, row 1 is just the setup row, and rows 2 and 3 are part of the pattern repeat. For row 4, we can start by removing our little stitch marker. You can just chain 1, turn your work and work a single crochet, chain 2, 1, 2, and now we're going to work our 7 double crochets together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So you can see it's very similar to row 2. We just close those and then work a single crochet into the next stitch. Oh no, I meant to chain 2, sorry about that. So once you've closed your cluster, chain 2 and then single crochet into your next stitch, which happens to be a treble. Then chain 2 again and work 7 double crochet cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through to close and chain 2, and then single crochet in your next stitch, chain 2 and work another 7 double crochet cluster over the next 7 stitches. I think you get the idea now of these little clusters and the shells. And we just yarn over, pull through all 8 loops and close and chain 2, and then we single crochet in our 3rd turning chain, and that completes row 4. For row 5, chain 1 and turn, single crochet in that very first stitch, and then work a shell into the center of this next cluster stitch here. And for your shell, of course, you work 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, a treble, and 3 double crochets, all into that cluster stitch. 1, 2, and 3, and then single crochet in the next single crochet, skipping over the chain 2. Then repeat your shell in this next cluster into the center of the cluster. So your 3 double crochets, your treble, oops, now we need our 3 double crochets. That's why it sometimes helps to count. So 1, 2, and 3. Once again, skip over the stitches, these 2 little chains, find your single crochet and single crochet into it, and then work another shell, 1, 2, 3 double crochets, a treble, just 1 treble, and then 3 double crochets, all into that little cluster stitch on the row below. And then you finish by skipping over the 2 chains, finding your single crochet at the end of the row and single crochet. So that completes row 5, which is actually the 4th row of the pattern repeat. So if you remember, we said row 1 was our setup row, row 2, 3, 4 and 5 are the pattern repeats. So now you know the pattern repeat, you can work through rows 2 to 5 for however long you would like your project to be. If you've enjoyed the video today, please consider subscribing. You can always leave a comment. And if you've enjoyed the video too, you could hit the like button. Also, you can turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any future videos. So having said all that, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you soon. Take care and bye for now.